Hear ye, here comes the judge. It's the Yogi Judge, Judge Dawson, back with another podcast that's aimed at giving you information and tools that you can use. And if you've been listening to my podcast, you know I don't hold you long. I just want to give you some information. Matter of fact, I want to inject you with positivity, power, and just knowing that you have the ability to live your best life. See, as a judge, I see all types of tragedy every single day. People derailing their future, making tragic mistakes, things that just keep them caught up in this legal matrix. But I want to give you the tools on how to avoid that. So as you listen to these podcasts, keep in mind that it may not be for you. Maybe it's for your friend. Maybe it's for somebody that you know, right? Because we never think that we need power or more information. But I'm telling you, the more that we improve our lives, the more that we inject ourselves with positivity and power, the better your life will be. So as you listen to this podcast, keep in mind a couple of things. One is please subscribe. That way we can grow together. And also go to my website, judgedawson.com, where you can get more tools for success, including my free email, Dose of Positivity. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as you know, I am Judge Dawson. I am the presiding and administrative judge of the city of East Cleveland, and I've been on the bench for 9 years. But even beyond that, I've been practicing law for many, many years, and I've been studying the science of success in leadership because I want to stop the downward spiral in our society. I want to stop the negativity in our society. I want people to live their best lives, and I believe that if I can just give you some information, something to think about, maybe that will improve our world. So together we grow. So today I want to talk to you about bridges. I want to talk to you about bridges. Yes, those wonderful, amazing works of art that we take for granted. We drive over them every day. We walk over them sometimes. Maybe we just look at them in awe. But in reality, bridges serve a very particular and specific purpose. The purpose of a bridge is to get you from one place to the other without damaging or destroying what's under it. So do you get that? A bridge is supposed to get you from one place to the other without damaging or destroying anything that's under the bridge. Because many times there's another pathway. There's another direction. There's another destination that's under the bridge, but the bridge takes you from point A to point B. There are many types of bridges. Some are big, some are small, some are large. But the bottom line is that they all do the same thing, which is that transportation from one place to the other. And there are times when your bridges may start to fall apart. But how many times have you seen bridges taken down? That happens, but it's very rare. Instead, what we do in this country is we rebuild the bridge or we reinforce the bridge so that people can continue to utilize what the bridge was intended to do, take you from A to Z. So in our lives, it's the same concept. We will find that there are bridges that will take us from one level to the next level. There are bridges that will take us from despair to happiness. There are bridges that will take us, simply from unemployment to full employment. The key for you and me is to find the right bridge at the right time so that we go to our desired destiny. Now, that is not only a key, but that's also a challenge. Because in this country, where I live, there are at least 350 bridges in my immediate area. So I can just imagine what's in your area or what's in your country. So finding the right bridge is a challenge, but once you do, you're on your way. So the first thing I want to leave you with today, and I want you to think about, is analyze the bridges that are in your life, the people, the places, the things that are helping you get to the next level. Because we have to remember that bridges sometimes wear out. Sometimes bridges need to be reinforced, just like I said with the regular structures. Or sometimes you need to take a different direction, get off the bridge, jump off the bridge, go somewhere else. So every now and then, and maybe this is the time for you, take a look at the bridges that are in your life. Analyze the friends that are in your circle. Analyze the people that you have relied on to get you further in your career. Because maybe they were serving you at one point, but maybe it's time to move on. Are they able to continue to serve you? Or do you need someone else? Do you need something else? And that's the analysis that we have to do on the regular basis. We have to determine whether or not the bridge that we are on is going to take us to success. And then the next level of analysis is this. Are you being a bridge for someone else? Now, you may be thinking, Judge, I don't need to be a bridge. I'm just living my life. I'm cool. But the reality is, when you are a bridge for someone else, when you are helping someone else, it will instill joy and happiness in you. That's the secret that people don't want to realize, is that when you give and when you serve, there's a bit of happiness that comes back to you. It's an antidote for sadness. If you don't believe me, try it today or try it sometime this week. Whenever you are feeling down, whenever you're feeling like you just don't feel like going to work, you don't have any energy, do something nice for someone else. Notice how it makes them feel, and then notice how it makes you feel. So not only do you need a bridge to get yourself from point A to point B or C or Z, wherever you want to go, you should also take time being a bridge for other people, giving, being of service, because there's only so much that we can take. You can't just be a taker. You have to give. You have to contribute. That way you bring the light back in your life. You shine the light back on you. And then the other and last thing I want you to think about, because we're talking about bridges, right? There's another form of pathway, and that's called a stepping stone. If you've been anywhere near a creek or a lake or a river, you've noticed these stones that are in the middle, and sometimes they create a path for you to cross over. But the difference between a bridge and a stepping stone is that a stepping stone, by its nature, is destroyed every time someone steps on it. Every time someone steps on a stepping stone, the stone sinks a little deeper into the mud or to the lake or to the water, and its use is diminished. So now you have to think about that. Are you being used as a stepping stone? Now, I want you to be a bridge, but I don't want you to be a stepping stone. And how do you figure that out? You have to determine whether or not the people that you are helping, are they improving or are they draining you in the process? If being around someone is taking the life out of you, if being around someone is causing you despair, then you have to decide to stop being a stepping stone for that person. And then, of course, on the other end, I don't want you to use other people as stepping stones. And that's why we're talking about bridges, because, again, a stepping stone loses a little bit of itself every time someone steps on it, whereas a bridge goes over the pathway without destroying it. Remember, the bridge goes from A to B without destroying what's under the bridge. So as you move through life today, this week, and forever, use bridges, become a bridge, but do your best to avoid being a stepping stone or using others as stepping stones. Just remember, we don't have to destroy other people to be the best that we can be. All we have to do is continue to strive for greatness, because that greatness lies within you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is my moment of motivation from Judge Dawson. Here comes the judge. I could spend all my time sending people to jail, but instead I want to give you information that you can use so that you can improve your life and the life of those around you. So hopefully you've gained a little bit out of this podcast. And if you have, share it with somebody, subscribe so that we can continue to grow. And most importantly, if you do nothing else today, be the best that you can be so that you can be the light for someone else. All right, until we meet again, it's Judge Dawson, www.judgedawson.com for books, resources, and my email, Dose of Positivity. So until next time, Continue to be cycle breakers. And as the Yogi Judge, I say namaste.